Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.
Because in my Adakabre, the NPP in the next election, if NPP can win these three regions massively, more than the votes they had in the last election, they can win the next election. And these are the regions: Ashanti region, Eastern region, and Central region. I've told you that Ashanti region alone will handle 9 regions. Eastern region will give us the bonus. Central region has been the magic region. I mean the mystic or mystery region. Because since 1992, Obiara knew when the president of Ghana will win the presidential vote in Central region. It's a mystery. Because in the last election, for example, NPP lost 9 seats in Central region. But interestingly, Nanado, President Nanado, then the candidate, only NDC with a difference of 74,975 is the president of Ghana. It's like Central region has become due to the recondition. The winner into the president of Ghana. So NPP must get a candidate who can win Central region massively, who can win Eastern region, and who can win Central region. And at the Kabema, which was in 2008, we had only 10 regions at that time. First round, 49.3%. NPP won in only 2 regions, Ashanti region and Eastern region. NDC, we need the other 8. Now, in that year, if NPP to win Central regional, it will win elections. So, what I'm saying is that NPP must be very strategic about the choice of a candidate to obey. Because you don't go to an election. At the elections, it's only about elections as a strategy. Elections, if you are going to elections, also the echo with power conscious or power consciousness. There, I think you know, two necessary. You see, a corner ever for being a two, no, yes. I said, let's say, if two nimpo, Nimpa, up 1 million, 2 no, okay, 2 no, can you lose 2 million. It's an issue. The party should be more concerned about power than the person. So the person is the one to help us to get the power. You see, NPP, we are family of different religion, people from different religion, people from different tribes, and all that. But all of us want to answer. What is power? You see, mostly this young there. NPP for years here in Yagada around the table. Now, when you're a young woman, non-co bonum, non-co for power number. Because power number, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Fancio, a Santino, a Dagatino, if it's for that, I'm going to say, being appointment, being a position, but the most important thing is who can give us the power. And that this brings me to one important thing MPP was today. I don't hear about only that MPP, they are production unit, they are incorporated Canada, they produce every 4 years to be honest. Power of the party in them, or a money in them. Every 4 years to be honest, after the party. You produce candidates, no any manifesto, and then you come. They have a copy. It is you go to our house and no, sir, there. Answer if a produce be there for time. After that, it was you go to step. and some as no one. Imagine that. Market determines what to produce. It is what not as a it is a 2024. Yabako, you go. Yabako again. There's like two if you gonna do. Now, after they do there, you gonna have to as you you want no be accident. You want no street to them. You want one of them the week market in the park. The end of the movement in our neighborhood as also they produce because I don't know what young person and what keke name what out. It's a question in there. More than a year now, according to Igwan, most Igwan know, yes, an advantage for all your opponents. Because John Mahama, so when you and that's 1 year, not obeying this candidate. In the Yara question, you go home. Also, the internet concerning. More than a year in there, now, giving an advantage over Mahama. Not Obiaye now, Mahama being an advantage on Yando. That is what we need to avoid. So, by the nature of the Ghana political market, let me explain this. If you go to the market, you never cost first, Mr. Afon Ghana our population last census Mr. Afon 50.7, NPP 49.3. So Ghana population, which is the political market, Mr. Afon also. It's the people. I'm saying it will be done on the 2 million. After they do that there, and then if I put a year now. One of which you know, one of the year you know, Ghana and Betafu, over training in Togo, Nusuban, Lebobia, Nibishi. Now, after that, oh, Mamma, more for Ghana, near migration, went to Abama NPP. But because of this man, I will go to NPP. We need it very important because Betafu was the politician according to power. That is why every party has women's wing and women's organizer. But that's what I'm say. So if you can get the women behind you, then you can win election. And not only that, they ain't the same what we back. But a bag of fear, let's review school. Let's about 4 or 5 years, only a human here. Oh yeah, in the Japan, what I was so bad in the emotional burden, financial burden. And if they say, no, I want you there. Never know, Siena, on your human, open a drum wire. It's in the Japan, one thing they will also consider in the next elections in there. More than a top bar. Over to one Majuma Bagana, Mamma consumer say on Sinami, I'm asking after 5 years of graduation. But I'm wishing, open a drum wire and wait to move. So, the candidate you present, is very important. Mind you, it's power we are talking about. What's the how? Yes, we're going to do that. One of those markets were very active. We're going to do one in Babu, where you to know. No matter that, you to know. The demonstration issue of Ghana, you to know those. Political parties obey rallies and keep peace. You to know those. Nigeria takes the country away. You to know those. Ghana, the major headache now is youth unemployment. What that means is that next elections, the major issue that Ghanaians, especially the youth and their parents, will consider is the issue of job creation. But you put Ghana youth, as a when you are two, the Juma, no, Nisika. It is a OP Virginia. Oh, yeah, when I'm going to be an NPP. Also, I have part of me there. One that a year in the kitchen of Gomri Yatana. Ghana and Babu, overshare, not track record in terms of job creation. Overshare, living in terms of job creation. Overshare the political slogan in terms of job creation. No, after that, Mama, I disappointed when people because Martinez here 4 years, 5 years, many years, no, prepare we need because of no track record, no vision as it. What's wrong? So they mean what's wrong NPP? I'm over. We soon now one we do fire because at the time you told him people. These are the politicians. Your casa in confirm for some serious because what is that for him? It's the credibility and the trustworthiness of the candidates in here because you just promise the youth must believe there as American. I never did that. In paying for it, what more time is anything. It is can you promise what on a very it is what showing for one track record in terms of job creation. The crazy why you did that? The young woman no be president that. Obu do why more. The on the plan. Okay. Ada kabre. Amaka ko nso no. Even within NPP. Obi o ha support Mr. A. But Mr. B between am the even within the same party. We there follow Mr. A because Mr. B nation. And also we between Mr. B nation because Mr. A nation because of the Obi a and I'm saying that as a political party that is going into an election now, already, let me tell you, the 8-year jinx, is against NPP.
I didn't say.
So you can't just select any candidate at all. Or there's very strategic because 8-year jinx, that area subconscious there every 8 years is there, and that jinx is against us going into 2024 election. So it's a kind of weakness. So you create strength in your presidential candidate. So that is why the NPP must be careful. Why am I taking some of the arguments and go, yeah, sometimes I laugh.
Okay, the third bit, Mr. Bachman. Bachman. What can 1, 2? Third point, no sooner there him.
Yeah, the third point is that you're too politics is the game on that. NPP is stronghold. NDC is a stronghold. Now, the market, you're predominantly account market or account dominated market. The Ghana population in our accounts here 47.5% for the last census, which means almost half of Ghana population. They belong to one particular tribe. I'm not being tribalistic. I'm a strategist. So I consider all these things while I'm strategizing. So what is 47.5% on your key? 2, Ghana has about 80% of Ghanaians was the account language, either key or fancy. So your candidate, anytime you speak, so 2 account kasa. But at the time they are all person, only 80% of Ghanaians are your person. Because politics are a game of kasa. Also, you have from the kasa, everywhere you do kasa. So if your candidate cannot communicate easily and properly, or account language in about how I because also the people someone can say, we'll be able to only 2. Now, NPP, one stronghold, or power on the account region, Ashanti region, Eastern region. Now, every election, you can check from NDC and NPP. NDC targets 30%, at least 30% of Ashanti region votes. NPP also targets 80% of Ashanti region votes. Now, both parties will be there. So, which one will hit one target? Which one will win the election? So, for example, in the last election, NDC exceeded their 30%. They had 36.3%, which is too much. Too much for a region like Ashanti region. So, in the next election, NPP must pick a candidate As the way you know, we is fancy boom. The work now. If I'm supposed to watch for Obama now, my NPP, what crossed 2 million votes? Because last election, we have 1.79. If they can cross over 2 million votes in the next election, it will be to their advantage. So the question NPP will be saying there, one of us will do now. Well, let's see now. Then you can is fancy boom there yet for now. It's fancy for over dump him. Wait to one day. What was all life a real no what for Obama, but it cost 2 million. But it's very important to us as a political party. And that is on our Ashanti region. Eastern region, which is also our stronghold, is Akan region. Unfortunately, in the last election, our numbers in the Eastern region was not that high. And I want to give you the number. Let me check what I have here. Give you the number. Just a moment. In the last election, Eastern region, vote difference in 281,062. So it means we need to perform better than this in the next election if we want to win elections again. But NPP, NDC did so well in Eastern region in the last election. So we need a candidate that will increase our numbers in Eastern region, increase our numbers in the Ashanti region, and when we come to Central region, the most swing region in Ghana. Wherever the region swings, that's where power goes. Since 92, and so NPP must ask questions. One of we now, one and I say, call. Central region, boom, there for turn now against Mahama. Central region, who put too much to Obama to Mahama than votes are in the last election. Are a very important one. If you want to win election, if you want to get the 8, because already, the 8 year thing is against us. It's in favor of NDC. So we need to be very strategic to create strength to win the election. You see, that is another point.
Then the final 4th point.
The final point. Already, I've mentioned the issue of women. I've mentioned the issue of the youth. I've mentioned the issue of
ethnicity.
Religion.
You've mentioned ethnicity. You are left with the religion.
And I've mentioned religion. So now is the issue of religion. This point, sometimes, it is not about the fact that NPP would have to win the next election, because it's only one NPP. You see, when NPP is in power, if things are done well, Ghana moves forward. And let's face it. So it is important to maintain that. And this factor of religious factor, I sometimes I just don't want to talk about this one. But it becomes imperative. Open here, don't they come out? Because if you and that guy who is in opposition, whether we like it or not, politics, after that, then Libya will support you. So I don't know why people want to ignore or refuse to accept that religion plays a role in politics. I'm catching up with that. I'm not a religious people, but I'm a political strategist. I can't close my eyes on religion when I'm talking about power. Do you know why?
Tell us.
Adakaben, as a what? Okay. Why a useful a Jura? A Jura to Ashanti region. Why there? You do a giraffe. That's a last election. Why there? You can pick two beer. Maybe emotion. They can't pick any other person. Because just after one thing, mention. Why there? You do after one thing to last election, you pick one of one thing. Then pick maybe Mohammed or Hussein or something. Because you did to as a party. The market determines what you produce. If you go to as a one thing as a country, because that country is dominated by Muslims, therefore Muslim candidates. You call Iraq, the same thing. Now, my question for there, if you want to deny that religion plays a role in politics, it's not for a bad reason, but for a good reason. Friday, if you India, young for Christian, and I Buddhist, and I Hindu, but they for Muslim. Because everyone is going on Muslims are those. So you look at the market and choose the candidate. So as a party,
in effect, it's a market of monkeys. And then
banana.
Oh, the
if you sell apple, you may like apple, but if you want to make profit, you sell banana. So you look at what those who dominate the market produce for them. Get your profit. So my argument is that in a country of more than 70% people, our opponent, your mama, or your victim, as a political party, as a strategist, I ask questions. If I pick a candidate, should there be a candidate? Mahama will be advantage of money, and I mean advantage of money. Because if you are good and you're the same position, something happened there in the last election. And I think every NPP member must know what happened. If you are good, Atofon became MP for 2008. First time, a young man Atofon will be NPP with 2,800 votes. 2012, Atofon Ominibio, Onya 3,200 different will be sent by that difference. 2016, Atofon Ominibio, Onya 3,600. Now, this is what happened in the last election. We chose a candidate. Some of us said the candidate was a wrong candidate. You see, the young man was a very intelligent young man, or PhD, or have been. But you see, he got on charge there. When he chose the candidate, some of us said, no, it's a wrong candidate for the market. People don't understand. Now, in the last election, every NPP big man was in the Jumako. The campaign when was Jumako since 92 or 96, 1 year did that. Every big man was in the Jumako. Resources were sent to Jumako more than any other constituency in Central Region. Because the agenda was to get Atofon. And it was a good agenda. Anyway, because every political party there wants numbers in parliament. Now, since we're working, I mean, you can keep it quiet. And don't. And this realize, since we're going against them, what did they do? They press the religious button. Propaganda. And this is what happened. The candidate you present was, I mean, with all due respect, and not that because I'm a Muslim. And then constituency is predominantly Christian constituency. When this took advantage, we MP people, let me explain this. We MP people, they're one family. We love ourselves, irrespective of your background. So, out of our good relationship and understanding, ye Rashid at our candidate. But NDC took advantage of that and played the religious card. And this is what happened. When they thought they could lose the election, and they press the religious card, this is the result of that thing. And I want to go back so that you can get a picture of it. 2008, OBTM with a difference of 2,800. 2012, after forcing beat us with a difference of 3,200. 2016, after forcing beat us with a difference of 3,600. And last election, 2020, when every big man was there, when resources were there, after forcing beat us with a difference of 11,000. Do you see? So, my argument in there, supervision, coming event, they cast their shadow. The party we are competing against is called NDC. When you good for propaganda, in fact, NDC is so good at propaganda there, even free education, they were able to create propaganda out of it. When you are competing against such parties, you don't make mistakes. So my argument is that in a country like Ghana, where there are religious fanatics in the Christian community, like any other religion, it will be highly risky and unreasonable. There, every candidate, in terms of numbers, whose opponent can have advantage over him. That is it. That is my argument. I'm talking not because I am against any religion. No, I have cousins and relatives and best friends who are not Christian. But I'm thinking outside the box as a strategy. That if I don't count this portion and I allow people to make the flimsy argument there, you are draw party, you resign, you can a box in a pot, Dumbo, that Buja down quite Dumbo. If I keep quiet, and those arguments now are offer that, the effect is that NPP will lose the election. And when NPP lose the election, one of our party will be the greatest loser. And so I am only fortunate that those who are thinking for the party must consider in the marketing overcome some would make right decision for the party.
Right. Answer na bekono ora Ebu Backman. O can say MPP for betia that omo focus more ewe swante ewo eastern region ewo central region. Na sa three regions, omo focus on numbers na beba no. They would always win the election. See me a candidate like Trematning, a year 75%, O'Haley 75% from Ashanti region, no Haley 25% from the central region.
Yeah.
Na Neyire Haley from the eastern region. So that combination of 75% Ashanti, 25% central by Trematning, then the wife, Neyire Patricia, so of the eastern region. Does it kick into one analysis here area about Ashanti Eastern Central? Yeah.
Let me make this clear that when I made the analysis without having or putting any person there, this particular person. That is why I asked the party, the one that I want to pay. I said, what time that three regions here? Passing the vote between one person more than a lot of it. But if you're the honorable Alan Samantha Samaba, I mean, we can say, we can also mention other people. But coincidentally, in fact, this argument will be made with or without Alan Samantha. Because if it's an argument that is not being made because of Alan Samantha. But that's not going to
matters.
Yes. But coincidentally, he happens to have Ashanti Fancy combination. In other words, Ashanti Central Region combination, which is good for the party. I mean, if you consider the fact that politics is a game of numbers, And also, you consider the fact that, yes, people who are making decisions, they consider so many factors. One of the factors in there, in fact, at the Kabamunka Semi, no, many paying you because no custom be also there. Near the or central region, not infantile, but central region. First time, you need opportunity to be the president. Only you go at the most. No, be honest, the president. After that, one number come from another region. Kaka. You see, we are lucky. Opinion now, over the president, you won't see when two women in Juma. It's in Prince Juma. It's also the central region. When two are come back. You see, obey me there. It's to me, you will be offering his union to Bob Wayne. Nature, what's here? A Juma, I cannot be any. Okay, I'm sorry, but I realized that the man was making sense. NPP would have to sell a candidate in the region with a message. And this could be a very strong message to the people of Central Region. And not only that, but maybe the man also personally has something that he can also use to attract the region. As for the Central Region, we should face it. It's something for what what's an important lack of people. And that one, there's nothing we can do about it. So we should just know that this is the reality. And as a result of that, choose a candidate for us. The bottom is to go asking Mahama.
Right.
That is it. And
Okay.
what's also coming from Eastern region is also important.
Utie Oha Extreme Punk no.
Needs FM.